So YouTube, knowledge of self-determination. So I actually caught wind of this story from watching Cynthia G's channel, and I thought it was something interesting to talk about because I had some opinions of my own about this particular situation. So as you can see, this is a if you guys don't recognize that design, that is a Confederate flag that has been shaved into the head of a white man by a black barber. Yes, the irony, right? So I'm gonna go ahead and read some of the story. A black barber in Oklahoma has sparked a social media frenzy for the unconventional haircut he gave a white customer. The customer explained that his strange request for a Confederate flag was meant to pay homage to his favorite rapper. A customer who seemed kind of scared walked into the Fade Up barbershop in Oklahoma City Saturday and requested a haircut depicting the logo from the record label Slumerica. Barber DeMontre Hurd told KSBI. Alright, so comparison here. Confederate flag, right? The unidentified customer was a fan of the label's rapper Yellow Wolf. Hurd commented on the difficulty of the design. It was going to be too much, so he asked if he could do the Confederate flag in his head. In the back of my head, I'm like, what kind of stuff are you on? Hurd continued. The customer opted to remain anonymous. Hurd told the local news station that the customer called on the phone knowing it was a diverse shop, but mostly black barbers here. So I felt like he really didn't have a problem with coming here, Hurd said, even though he seemed kind of scared when he first came in. The owner of the shop, Corey Scissorhands Sutter, expressed that sometimes he gets unusual requests for haircuts at his shop. I've actually done black power in their head and all this type of stuff. It's been some gang members that wanted their sets in their head, but I never thought that would happen. Sutter pointed out an important point about barbershops and said the barbershop is the last place where you can come and talk about religion, politics, sports, girls, guys, and all that type of stuff, and keep it in a fun, good manner. Listen, I'm all familiar with barbershop conversation and this, that, and the third, but where in the fuck are you gonna find a black barbershop or a mostly black barbershop where a fucking racist white man can come in, request a Confederate flag, which was the symbol of slavery in this fucking country, the symbol of chattel slavery, disenfranchisement, subjugation, beating, whipping, lynching, cutting babies out of mothers' stomachs, being burned at the stake, and all other sorts of atrocities, being raped, men, women, and children by fucking white slave owners, mostly men. I'm gonna continue. Hurd pointed out that some barbershops would have reacted differently in this situation, but explained that Fading Up is more open-minded in these situations. If you're white, Asian, Mexican, black, Puerto Rican, whatever, you sit in my chair and I cut your hair. I hope you leave with the best haircut you get, and I hope that you come back, he told KFOR. Listen, man, listen. You got a job to do. Cool, do your job. I understand that. But to cater to and pander to fucking white supremacy, man, there aren't enough fucking excuses on the planet to excuse why you would cut a symbol. Yo, this is this type of shit. These are the things that empower white supremacists to keep kicking us in the fucking ass and stepping on our throats. It's this kind of shit that empowers them. Sure, he was scared at first, but when he knew that you were just gonna roll over like a good little house Negro, the fear was gone. Because you dudes are suckers. You dudes are suckers. Yo, white people wanting to brandish the fucking Confederate flag, it is a direct insult to you and your fucking ancestors. To everybody that's going to come before you, or rather everybody that came before you, and everyone is going to come after you. It is a fucking insult for white people to be fighting and clamoring over a fucking flag and claiming that it's their heritage So a heritage of slavery, disenfranchisement, subjugation, and just the pure degradation of fucking black people is your heritage. And you should be allowed to want to uphold that heritage. In fact, bring it back to the way it was. Because isn't that kind of what Donald Trump's campaign was? Making America great again? Who the fuck do you think he was pandering to when he said that shit? Because he sure as the fuck wasn't talking to the top 1%. Because everything is the way they want it to be because they control everything. He was pandering to those motherfuckers. Mississippi, Georgia, all you deep, dirty South, white racist, inbred, hillbilly motherfuckers. And then not just you motherfuckers. All you white supremacist piece of shit. That's who the fuck he was pandering to. Let's make America great again. Man, come on. I don't even know if I want to read any more of this shit, to be honest with you. Because this shit is this is some clown ass shit, man. Real talk. This is some clown ass shit. Why the fuck would you agree to do some shit like that? I mean, next, you're going to have dudes cutting nooses, hanging black people from trees into motherfucking white boys' hair. But because you got to pay, you got to feed your motherfucking kid. Yo, you're a fucking barber, dog. You're a barber. You can skip on one motherfucking cut and still make good for the rest of your fucking day, man. One motherfucking haircut in a shop that's apparently that fucking popular isn't going to fucking make or break you, man. That's bullshit. But this is exactly what black people do. Literally sell their motherfucking souls and their integrity to make a fucking dollar. Man, get the fuck out of here, man. Seriously? Seriously? Get the fuck out of here. When the fuck does your integrity mean something to you, man? Look, I know dudes that would sell crack to a pregnant woman. Now, allegedly in my past, I may or may not have dabbled in that kind of shit. But I can tell you one thing that I would never do. I would never sell coke, crack, or heroin to a pregnant woman. In fact, I tell her to get the fuck out my face. I'm not doing that shit. Get the fuck off the block. If another dude do it, in fact, don't do that shit in front of me. You ain't gonna serve no pregnant bitch in my motherfucking face. Take that shit somewhere else. Where the fuck is your integrity? Where the fuck are your morals at? Where the fuck are your morals? What this woman does with her body is her business. But I'm not gonna contribute to that shit. I refuse to contribute to that shit. Not me. It won't be on my motherfucking conscience. Fuck that. Fuck out of here. What kind of man could I possibly claim to be selling pregnant women crack? What kind of motherfucking black man can you claim to be cutting a fucking Confederate flag into a white man's head? Because a white man who wants to pay homage to the Confederate flag is a fucking white supremacist. Hands down. This is part of the problem with black people, and this is why white supremacists have no fucking respect for us. Because you're too busy trying to be their fucking friends. These motherfuckers ain't trying to be your friend. They trying to get next to you so they can slit your fucking throat. That's how you do it, you dumb motherfuckers. That's how you get motherfuckers that you really want to get. You get next to them and then you get rid of their asses. But a lot of you dudes who claim to be all fucking street smart and all gangster and thugs, you motherfuckers don't know basic shit on how to get rid of a fucking enemy. You don't let your enemy know that he your fucking enemy until it's too late for his ass to do something about it. And that's exactly what the fuck they doing to your dumb asses right now. Man, I'm done with this story, man. I'm getting too motherfucking pissed off with this shit. Man, I'm done. Holla at your boy. Leave a comment in the comment section, man.